Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to SMG Viewers Comments episode 71. Got some great stuff for you in this episode. Let's get to it.
Glenn, you magnificent bastard. I have a question for you. Would having a direct box improve the DI signal significantly when running into the mic line input of an interface like an audio box 1818 VSL, for example? Cheers from Texas.
Well, hey Ross, thanks so much for writing in. Love Texas. I was there in 98, had an amazing time. Dallas was a really fucking cool town. Got to visit the Texas Airplane Factory. I've got a picture of me standing on the wing of a replica ME-262 actually when I was there. That was a really cool fucking experience. Anyway, enough about the Texas fanboy. Yes, a direct box will definitely improve your guitar's signal because it's a dedicated circuit, because you take the output of that and plug it into the mic preamp, which is going to be a cleaner source. I've been saying this for ages. Get yourself a Countryman Type 85 direct box. These are a couple $100 and these will last you a lifetime. You can drive a truck over this thing. It's still going to work. These things are amazing. Can't say enough good things about them. Run, don't walk. Go get yourself a direct box. You will thank me.
Hey Glenn, I have a question. Is it possible to take distortion off a guitar if it's already been recorded and just hear the clean notes?
Well, this comes back to the direct boxing situation again. Not so much if it's already been recorded, but the trick is to plan ahead. Have yourself a direct box so you can split the signal. And this is what I do every single time I record guitars. I'll split the signal and through a direct box and it will go to an amp, but I'm also recording a clean signal right off the pickups onto a secondary track. This is your safety net. That way you can reamp the signal, you can run an amp sim, you can do all kinds of amazing things to a guitar signal, but you absolutely have to record a clean direct track ahead of time. Plan ahead, get yourself a direct box because it will save your ass.
For a teenager doing home recordings, do you think it's worth it getting Slate digital plugins, Reaper or Logic?
Slate digital plugins, absolutely. I switched workstations so I could run the Slate digital plugins. They are fucking amazing. When it comes to digital simulations of analog gear, yeah, the Slate stuff's just second to none. I absolutely love it. As for Reaper or Logic, I'll have to go with Reaper because I'm a PC user and I've never actually touched Logic. You might want to talk to some of your Mac friends about that though. But for my money, the Reaper is just amazing and it's not too expensive. It's not much of an investment. So I'd definitely say go with the Reaper thing, and it's wonderfully customizable.
Have you ever banned anyone from your studio?
I wouldn't go as far as to say banned. I've definitely thrown some bass players out for wasting my time. It's like, go home, learn the material, and then come back in a couple weeks once you actually know it, so you're not wasting your time and mine. In my entire career, there were two people I swore I'd never work with again, so if you want to call that banned, okay, fine. Just people who've taken the recording process and made it into such a tedious agony that I never ever want to spend another minute in the studio with them ever again. There are people who are good at sucking the life and joy out of the recording process, absolutely. But generally, I'll work with anybody once. You've really got to go out of your way to make sure I won't work with you again, though. Because generally, believe it or not, I'm actually fairly tolerant in the studio of a lot of stuff. This episode of SMG Viewers Comments is brought to you by DistroKid. DistroKid is the service that puts your music online to multiple retailers and saves you the hassle. They'll put your songs up on the majors like iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and Spotify, sometimes within hours, plus over 150 smaller online music retailers as well. Now, what's really cool is that if you're doing cover songs, they will also get you a license, so you don't have to worry about all the legal ramifications, and you can just concentrate on making music. DistroKid is what I use personally to distribute my music, and it's been a huge help. My channel's theme song, The Eagle Has Landed, is distributed through DistroKid, as well as that animated cover I did a while back, Moon on the Water. You guys remember that one? DistroKid got me my license and saved me a whole bunch of headaches. It only costs $20 a year and you keep 100% of your earnings. If you follow the link in the description below, you can get a 7% discount. Check it out at distrokid.com/VIP/Spectre.
Hey, fuck that. I'm a local sound guy for a local dive bar, and I do my best, damn you. Damn you, evil metal nerd.
You know what? If that's your case, man, more power to you. We need more people like you helping out the local bands and getting them to sound the best that they possibly can. Unfortunately, though, I've been to too many shows where the local sound guy just doesn't give a shit anymore because he's seeing the same stuff over and over and over again.
Hey Glenn, totally digging the video editing and having an episode in the car coming back from Toronto. I'm just picturing a band playing quietly in the back of the car. I've been following your channel for a while now, and I thought I'd finally ask you a question. Hopefully you will see this. I'm preparing to start a YouTube channel for my music comedic network. I've done lots of research, but I thought I'd ask you personally, what kind of tips and advice would you have?
Best advice I can give you for starting your own YouTube channel? Don't sit around talking about it. Fucking do it. You know, I've seen people want to get started on YouTube and draw up all these elaborate plans and make more plans and sit around and talking about shooting, and then they'll talk some more about shooting, and then they'll do more plans, but they'll never actually get around to actually producing anything. That's the draw. It's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to actually do it. Don't be a talker, be a doer, and be relentless. Don't give up. Put everything you got into it and do it every single day. Good luck to you, man.
Which Reaper theme are you using? Thanks.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me about this, and the theme I'm using is called Fusion Beta 01.5. The reason I'm using it is actually because I'm partially colorblind. I have a very hard time seeing red against a green background, and I just found it was very difficult and with Reaper's default theme to see which tracks were on. So that's the reason I switched over. But there's a ton of great skins out there. You just got to hit up the Reaper site and scroll through a few. Do you find something that works for you? But that's the one I use, Fusion Beta 01.5.
I've seen this technique used live before. Snare sounds kick butt. A good drummer with good technique would make an easy go-to setup, a shoe-in for anything. Sounds killer.
Yeah, the Glenn Johns technique is pretty cool. It worked really well for Glenn Johns. It worked good for Led Zeppelin. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, though. You've got to have a good drummer. You need somebody who can hammer the living shit out of his toms. I'm glad you got some use out of it. I hope a lot of you guys got some use out of that. Definitely want to do some more drum tutorials as time goes on.
Hey, Glenn, I was thinking about making samples of my friend's drum set because, well, everyone and their mother has used Superior, and I want something that sounds unique to me. Any advice?
I don't know what your setup is and if you've got a great studio to record and anything. If you don't, you might want to check out Drumforge from Joey Sturgis. That's kind of an alternative to Superior. It's very in-depth, and I am going to eventually review it at some point. But definitely go check it out.
Good day, Glenn. Greetings from Toronto. Thank you for an amazing series. I have a question, perhaps really good suggestion. What can we use to record practices for later reviews and fixing mistakes? Any affordable devices you would recommend? Thanks in advance.
You know, back in the 80s, we'd throw, I guess what you'd call a boombox at the back of the practice room, and we'd like throw a blanket over the microphones because of, like, they have an automatic gain control. As soon as your drummer lay in on the cymbals, it just immediately turn everything down. Anyway, these days, yeah, like I'd say get like a little Zoom portable recorder, like one of the little 2-channel deals. You could probably rent one from Long McQuaid's, and for all you international guys, that's the big Canadian music store chain. If you're a Toronto guy, yeah, there's lots of Long McQuaid locations around. You can probably rent something from those guys. There's a lot of, Zoom's got them, Tascam's got them. There's lots of different companies that make these little 2-channel recorders. They got a couple of condenser mics. Yeah, throw it up on a mic stand. They're designed for that, and just set your levels and away you go. That'd be a great way to help yourself review your band practices.
So, this really cute guy was talking to me. He asked why my fingers are so rough and have many calluses on them. I told him I was a bass player, and he ran away from me.
Crom's balls, a woman commented. Holy fuck, we have like a 98.5% male viewership, and that's a real shame. It's kind of like pro audio. There's not very many women in pro audio, and I think that's a real shame. I can count the amount of female engineers I know on like one hand. I don't fucking get it. Maybe you can help answer this. Why don't girls get into recording? I've never quite understood that. I wish more women would play heavy music. I mean, like, there's more than enough room for everybody in this genre as far as I'm concerned. But thanks for writing in. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry the guy ran away from you. His loss as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Glenn, do you think for an SMG Viewers Comments 100, can you do a best of compilation? Would be really cool. My friends and I are a big fan of your videos.
Thanks for writing in, Brad. Really appreciate it. Yes, actually, I'm going to do a year-end SMG Viewers Comments. I think that'll be really cool. But yes, for episode 100, I think we will do a special best of compilation because I think that'll be really cool. While we're on the subject of Viewers Comments, like I said, I'm thinking on doing an anime special. Let me know if you guys think that's cool. We'll do it on a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that. We won't interrupt the regular Friday episode. But let me know what animes you're into. Let me know what suggestions you have for me, because I think it'd be really cool to do a show on that.
On the Reader's Comments video, give a No One Cares You're Offended t-shirt away to the best butthurt commenter.
And I gotta say, that was the inspiration for this new segment we have on SMG Viewers Comments called It Smells Like Bitch in Here. This week's comment is...
How much credit does a sound engineer or whatever he is get when he lives from selling shirts and mugs? I also bet he couldn't even hear the difference between a cheap Line 6 and a Mesa or Marshall amp in case he listened to someone that is not his follower playing on a live stream. You have better channels where you can learn about instruments and music without having to listen to people shit on musicians and stuff so they can attract more subscribers.
The butthurt is strong with this one. Holy fuck, man. Was there a point to that? I always love the guys who write in just to whine about this. I mean, like, if you don't like the content, don't watch it. Lots of people do, though. I don't know. Maybe because it's interesting. But seriously, Marco, thank you so much for writing in and letting everybody know exactly what kind of a whiny little bitch you truly are. Why don't you send me your address and I will send you one of these. Congratulations, motherfucker.
Your videos stomp out every Canadian stereotype. Love the videos.
Well, that's kind of the thing, you know. You're not going to see me going, oh, you go to the Leafs game, eh? We got to go to Tim Hortons, eh? Need some coffee, got to get some donuts. How's it going, eh? No, that's not me. Actually, that's not most Canadians, actually. You know, we don't live in igloos. Our summers are actually quite warm down here in Windsor. Yeah, it's not all fucking lumberjackets and hockey games. I personally can't even fucking stand hockey. I went to go see the Detroit Red Wings last weekend with the wife because she'd always wanted to go, and I fucking really wish I had brought a good book because that was some boring ass shit. All right, that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get the new videos, and sign up for my mailing list because there's going to be all kinds of discounts and giveaways and that kind of stuff, including the Focusrite and Samsung giveaways. I can't wait to give that to some lucky bastard. If you want to support the channel, hit up the SMG shop where you can get this shirt I'm going to be sending to Marco if he's oh so brave enough to send me his address, as well as the new Make Music Great Again inspired by your new president. Oh, I'm so sorry for you guys. Next 4 years are going to be amazing. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm out of here. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. If you like the content, please support the channel either at my SMG shop or through my Patreon. If you want to see more, hit one of the playlists. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.